All right, good morning, everyone. Let me double check the stream. Okay, it should be fine. Um, all right, well, this is the analysis I had yesterday, and then this was the trade right here. This little long. No, it was actually smaller than this. The trade I took yesterday was like this. It's a quick move. Yeah, it was very bullish. What it looks like is just it hit this area of resistance up here, rejected that. It's been going down ever since. It even broke the lows. So, I mean, I could say it looks bearish, but I like just going with the flow and not making a bias. I think the best way I trade is when I don't have any bias for the day. We're back at the bottom of this range that we've been in for a while. So we'll see if we break past that range today, make newer lows, maybe take out this liquidity down here. We'll see if that happens. Um or if we'll just go back up to the range like we did yesterday. It's definitely a possibility since we are at the bottom at it. We are at the bottom of the range again. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna mark this wick here. Whoops. As liquidity. I just like to know that there's a wick there sticking out. I mean, I could mark this one too, but all right, let's go to the 4 hour. I see a couple zones. We have a couple 4 hour supply zones right there, which is good. I like when the market creates 4 hour zones because they are good zones to take trades from. So even though these zones are like far away from price, when the market does come up eventually, these zones will be good to take trades off of. Good morning. Good morning. This looks like a good 4 hour supply zone. We've had a bounce off of it before, so that's always a good sign. And then I know we do have a couple 30-minute zones. I know there's not many bigger time frame zones right now. I know there's also no high impact news today. At least I don't see anything. Trump tracker is pretty low, so I don't think he speaks today. Actually, it does say he speaks. Um, never mind, never mind. What is this? 11 a.m. limited press, low public visibility. Oh, okay, so don't have to worry too much about that unless he posts a tweet. Then you never know. But yeah, he's not speaking publicly, so I mean that's good to know. Pu- Publicly. Okay. Okay, I don't see much. Let's go down to the 3 hour. Damn, on the 3 hour, this was a really good 3 hour demand zone here. And you can see um we have this 3 hour candle close that ripped right past this. This candle opens up, retests this area here, and then comes back down. I don't want to say it looks bearish, but it does look pretty bearish. But yeah, I don't want to get delusional with one direction. I want to be open to longing and shorting. All right, I don't see any more zones. on the 3 hour. Down to the 2 hour time frame, don't see much except this zone here, which we did run past. I think this is a 2 hour. I think this is the 2 hour zone that the market has bounced off from before. Let me double check. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, right here. We had a clean bounce off of this area, which I like. I would like taking a trade off of this area. How far away is it? Oh wow. Way farther away than I thought. Never mind. So I probably won't be taking a trade off of this 2 hour demand zone that the market did bounce off of before. But you never know. Let's keep checking for zones. Yeah, this 2 hour is good. You can see the market bounced off of it as well. Do you have a code for top one futures? I don't. I've never traded with top one futures. I was looking at them because I did see you can have, I think it's like you can have 10 straight to funded accounts, I think. So I was looking at them, but I didn't go over all of the rules. So, like, I don't know. I don't know. I've also just haven't heard too much about them. I think they still need a bit more time to maybe gain more trust from others. Maybe it's also just their marketing. Like from other prop firms, I always see ads and stuff, but from Top One Futures, you don't really see that. So it could be that as well. I don't hear too much about them. All right, I'm at this 90-minute time frame, and I don't see too many zones. Yeah, let's go down to the 45. I mean, this is a good 45-minute zone, but I mean, right below it is a 2 hour demand zone, so it's not really that helpful. It's also far away from price. It's like it's not that good. Same thing here. This is a good 45-minute zone, but it's already a 2 hour zone. I mean, this could be 45-minute supply zone. It's not the best, but I'd like the move down that it did and the basing candle. Yeah, then I don't see much after that. Okay, down to the 30-minute, which on the 30-minute, I know there is a couple zones on our way down. Okay, this is a good 30-minute zone. Let me see how this looks though. Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, this 30-minute zone, clean bounce off of it. And yeah, it's not crazy far away from price. So I could definitely see it getting down here once the market opens up. Hopefully we don't get down here before the market opens up. That'd be tough. Um, but I do think if the market taps this area and I see it kind of bouncing off of it, I do think it'd be a good long. And honestly, I think it'd have a lot of room to go up, maybe even up to VWAP. That's another thing about VWAP that I noticed earlier. We haven't touched up on VWAP in in over 12 hours. So usually when I see that, I I always say, I don't know if it's like, 100%, but it's just what I've noticed. It's just if we haven't touched VWAP in like a while, usually New York Open, we like to touch up on it. But we'll see. I mean, the selling pressure looks really strong. So if it continues, then we probably won't touch up on VWAP. Okay, let's keep looking for 30-minute zones. I'm pretty sure there's way more. Yeah, this is a zone right here. And I'm pretty sure this zone also has a bounce off of it. Yes, it does. This one right here. All right. Yeah, I like these 30-minute zones. That, but I will say if the market goes up, right at market open, and it does get above VWAP, it'll definitely be tough for me to catch a move. Unless it longs from this 30-minute demand zone, then it'd be easy to catch. But yeah. I mean, I was gonna say, like, this kind of looks like a 30-minute supply zone. Honestly, that doesn't look like the strongest zone. It also kind of looks like a 15-minute supply zone. Just, I'm gonna mark the 15-minute. I think the 15-minute looks better. Okay. I think that's it for the zones. But yeah, like I said, if the market goes up, let's just say it doesn't touch up on this 30-minute zone, I'm gonna have to watch it go long because I don't think I'd take a trade off of this 15-minute zone, especially since VWAP will probably be very close to the zone. Um, but let's just say it gets above VWAP, then the next spot I'd be waiting for is all the way up here at 776, which again, is pretty far away. And and I don't know. I feel like by the time we're up here, the move would already happen. That was the move right there, longs. So it's kind of the same thing as yesterday, where I'm hoping market open goes down. I really don't have a like specific reason to for it to go down, except I just have a zone down here, so I wanted to touch up on there. Let's look at US 30. This is the analysis I had yesterday. Um, Really, what matters though is this daily demand zone, which again I've been looking at for what it feels like months. Yeah, a couple months. I've been looking at this daily demand zone, which the market has bounced off of many times, right? If you look at this zone, we've bounced off of it a couple times there, and just recently we've bounced off of it couple times as well. Yesterday, we saw this nice bounce off of it. Market opened, it continued to go higher. Today, we're touching up on this 50% area, and it kind of looks like we're breaking past it, at least currently. So, I don't know. Usually, I would say if we do get below 0.30, I think it's pretty bearish. So, but let's see what other zones there is on the 4 hour. Okay, this is a good 4 hour supply zone. What do you think of Apex new rules? I mean, they're really cool, and I hope they last. That's like the only thing I'm hoping for. For some reason, I don't know. I just kind of have a feeling that it's not gonna last forever. I feel like someone's always gonna ruin it, right? I feel like I don't know. I feel like someone's gonna just take advantage of it a little too much, and then Apex is just gonna be like, yeah, never mind. We're taking this away. But you never know. You never know. It could definitely stay and be permanent. That's what they're making it seem like. And that's what I'm hoping for. It just sounds too good to be true. You know? That's how good the actually Apex is right now. You have end of day, which is like the main thing. You have basic rules to follow, and you can trade 20 accounts, or even 10, or even 5, you know? Okay, I'm not seeing much. I see this 4-hour demand zone here. Um, so honestly, I'm probably gonna delete the this daily zone just because we've been chopping on it for a while. Ooh, and we just tapped into this 4-hour zone, and currently we're bouncing off of it. Yeah, I like this 4-hour zone. I do. I'll leave the daily for now, but honestly, it's not that important. So it's gonna, you know what? I'm gonna keep it in. I'm keeping it for now. Let me double check the 4-hour time frame though. This here also looks like a 4-hour demand zone. Which is funny because this 4-hour demand zone was caused probably because it tapped into this 4-hour zone. But if I mark the zone, it'll just be a little too much. I'm not gonna mark it out. I already have that zone there. Let's go down to the 3-hour time frame. Okay, I don't see much. Holy shit. It's just these overnight sessions have been crazy this week. Okay, let's check the 2-hour. Alright, don't see much on the 2-hour time frame. On the 1-hour time frame, same thing. I don't see anything good that's close to price. Damn, it's gonna suck if market just keeps going down right now. I'm hoping it chills out until market open. Alright, I don't see nothing. Oh, alright, I see this 90-minute supply zone, which is good. So now I'll have a zone if the market goes up. But it's just fuck it. It's far away from price. So it's really not that helpful. There's no live program on Apex. I don't know. That's what I thought. But recently I've been I've been seeing other things. I mean, I've seen Jade Cap, and I think his name is Trader Kane. You know, the guys that got the huge payout from Apex. I saw a tweet that they were getting moved to live with Apex. Don't know what size account, I don't know if it's true. Um but yeah, I've been hearing more about Apex and live, traders going live, which was like I feel like it was very unheard of before, but now it's actually becoming a thing. I even said it a couple weeks ago. I was like, I've never heard of a trader going live, and then like a couple weeks later, I start to see things about it. And I guess now if you get to like the sixth payout, you'll basically be, I don't think you'll be asked up to live, but they'll it'll be like an option for them. But we'll see. We'll see. They're probably looking for like very specific trading. Okay. Okay, I don't see much on this time frame. Let's go down to the 30-minute. Yeah. I mean, I think if the market if the damn I'm stuttering. What am I saying? If US 30 gets below 884 or even below 942, I think it would be a really good short, at least up until the 720s. If it's a nasty sell off and it somehow gets below these zones, I think there's going to be a long way down. 'Cause there's really not much stopping it when it comes to like supply and demand. Maybe supply resistance it could bounce off of. Yeah, I don't see any zones down there. They gave me the live email, then I got banned. Why did they ban you? You made too much? I did see a post that someone got unbanned, but like I think they were an affiliate. I haven't heard of regular people getting unbanned. Yeah, I don't see much on the 15-minute time frame either. Let me double check. Let me double check because there's got to be something. I mean, like, not really, not really. Yeah. I mean, maybe this small 15-minute zone, but honestly, I wouldn't normally mark it out. It's not a zone. It's not a zone. Like, it's just not. I'm just making up a zone because there's nothing down there. Okay, 10-minute. Maybe there's something on the 10-minute time frame. Maybe. Okay, I mean, this looks like a 10-minute demand zone here. Oh my gosh, I don't know why, but like, I'm like way too excited to trade. Like, I feel the adrenaline. That's not good. I think I'm too excited because if I get like a nice winning trade, I'll be able to request another payout. That's why I feel excited. But like I said, like I need to relax. Yeah, damn, I don't see too many zones. Shit, if the market gets below 556, I think a crazy sell off would happen. We'll see if it actually happens though, because there is this 4 hour demand zone which we could bounce off from. Yeah, I'm also just gonna delete this daily zone because we're clearly bouncing off of the 4 hour zone. Um, I like this 4 hour zone. Could take a buy or sell off of it. The only way I would sell it is if price gets below 942. Again, if that happens, Realistically, I'm gonna aim for around 125 points. I think that'd be good enough, and it'd be a perfect move. Because it'd just be from zone to zone. Let's just say the market continues to go up from here, and it never touches up on this 4 hour zone. I mean, I would have to wait for it to tap this 45-minute supply zone, and again, maybe take shorts or longs off of it. But I do see VWAP there, so we'll see. We'll see. I don't like trading around VWAP on Nasdaq, but I think on US 30, it's different. That was all the zones though. I do like I do like how the zones are. I do like the zones that I have. But honestly, I just think the zones are way better to the downside. You know, it's on our way up. I don't really have too much. And it's not like I want it to just drop all the way down. I just want it to drop to the zones. That way I could take a trade off of the zones. I'm not saying I want to short it. I'm just saying I want it to get lower so I could take the trade off the zones. We got 5 more minutes. This is the only bad thing about when the market drops is you have to go all the way back to see what's marked. Okay, I think this is good enough. I think it'll definitely be a volatile open. But honestly, I do have to check earnings. I haven't checked earnings all week. I should check that really quick. Let's see. Um, I mean, I don't see anything that's related to Nasdaq. I don't see anything too important. They even got Cracker Barrel earnings. I don't even know why that's funny. It's just funny because it's like, I don't know. It's Cracker Barrel and they got earnings. Also, with Cracker Barrel, I, it was just, you guys remember that Cracker Barrel thing where like they changed the logo and then like people were saying like, oh, that's racist, da da da. I don't know. People were talking shit about it, and then they changed it back to the original logo. And when they changed it back to the original logo, the stock went up. I think it went up like an insane percent. I think it was like 20% a day or something. It was something crazy. And I was like, can you imagine the insider trading that most likely, happened with that? There's a crazy delay on stream. Let me see. It does say I mean, it's at ultra low latency, so I don't think there's much that I could do. But it does say an error happened with YouTube. All right, we got 50 more seconds for market to open. And I didn't even finish charting US 30. All right, I think this is good enough. Let's have VWAP out. Okay. All right, let's see. I do think VWAP will get touched. If it gets touched, I'm hoping the market rejects it, but damn, it's like even I don't know, we'll see. I also think both US 30 and Nasdaq look good. Don't know which one I'm going to trade yet. Damn, that's tough. US 30 is also going up. Like I said, if it goes up, I'm gonna have to miss it. And then if Nasdaq somehow does get above VWAP, then then I'm just gonna have to watch it go up. So I really don't have a way of getting a trade when it comes to zones. And then with this 15-minute zone, yeah, like usually if I saw this 1 minute candle close above like that, I would long it, but I'm choosing not to because VWAP is there. And I don't want to get like faked out. Does look pretty bullish. I mean, I guess if US 30 goes up, uh, yeah, I would have to wait for 257. There's the VWAP touch. I'm telling you something about VWAP. If VWAP doesn't get touched for over, like, I would say over 8 hours, New York Open touches it. I don't know why, don't know how. It happens a lot. I mean, it's staying above this 50% line. We'll see if it breaks the highs. So far, it is kind of struggling to get past VWAP though. We'll see. I was gonna say this could be a 15-minute demand zone, but I do think it's too early to tell because this second candle hasn't closed. All right, it kind of looks like we're rejecting VWAP on Nasdaq. Something I don't want to see on Nasdaq is I don't want to see it stay around this area. So I don't want to see it chop up around VWAP. It's just always a bad sign. I mean, I'm looking at US 30 as well, but it hasn't really moved anywhere. All right, this is going to be the 5 minute candle close. There is pretty good volume on NASDAQ, at least for the first 5 minutes. Yeah, I definitely want to see this continue down. Yeah, but it's like if it continues down, I'll miss out on the shorts. The only way I would go short is if I see a retest of this area here. Then it goes back down. This is good though. Shorts looking good. US 30s also kind of, I mean, it's not shorting right now, but I am keeping an eye on it in case it goes down to this 4 hour zone. It's a nasty 5 minute candle. Huge wick. I will say though, if we're still in this area by 10, I mean, I'll probably call it day. I definitely want to see it pick up, pick a direction, because it's moving sideways right now. Okay, US 30 is going up. I'm just waiting for US 30 to tap 258. That's like the closest zone we're at. We did chop around this 15-minute zone, so I'm just gonna erase it. Yeah, even the opening on US 30 is like not that good. I'm not gonna lie, those shorts, they did look really good for a second. Stream is delayed. I think it's the Wi-Fi. Yeah, it is the Wi-Fi. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, Nasdaq is a breaking past VWAP. I guess that's good. US 30 is like still kind of struggling. Don't even know if I want to trade that. I was gonna trade US 30 if it got up here, but it fucking slowed down. Says slow opening. You know what I didn't check? I didn't check the session liquidities. Okay, we got London highs and Asian highs, which I think is bullish. Damn. US 30 is definitely struggling, at least on the 1 minute time frame. I was gonna say it looks like Nasdaq was gonna close out above VWAP, but it is creating that wick. My Nasdaq price action never matches yours. Do you have a Discord? I have a free Discord. If your Nasdaq doesn't match mine, you probably have delayed data. Unless you're on a different ticker. Okay, going back down. Yeah, there's not much happening right now. The closest I am to a trade is on US 30 right now because it's close to this 4 hour demand zone. But yeah, I really won't be able to trade it unless we tap this area. It's crazy because the overnight session was perfect. It happens a lot though. Like I've seen it just way too many times. Yeah, oh my gosh, 2% down on the overnight session. That's insane. That's crazy. Okay, good. US 30 is going down. Nasdaq looks like it's kind of rejecting VWAP. Might be too early to tell. We're still very close to it. All right, I'm definitely keeping an eye on US 30 since it's right at this 4 hour zone. I think the only way I would long this is if I see a candle closing above 0.5, then I definitely long it. Other than that though, if it closes below 942, then I would short it. Again, I'm not sure what I'm going to do just yet. It just depends what the market does. Which so far we're kind of just floating around this area. It's a nasty move down. Man, I got 40 seconds to wait for this candle close. Bro, this shit better not teleport down. I need a good candle close. Hey, yo. What time is it? Okay. Okay. All right, well, I'm thinking if it closed below 942 or 929, it'd be a good short. Got 5 more seconds for this candle to close. And okay, closed out good. If it breaks the lows, then I'm gonna short it. Here's the retest. I want to see it break the lows pretty soon here. I also don't want to see it get above 44. All right, I'm in a short here on US 30. I'm going to put my stop at 53. I'm going to try to target 120 points. Yeah, I want to close it out around 770. We did see a good 5-minute candle close below 42. So I do still like the short. That was a 15-minute candle though, which isn't good. So in order for this to hit, yeah, we need to see the opening range breakout. Yeah, I got fucking soft. Fuck. Okay, I got shit on. Um, I don't know. I think the 5-minute and the 15-minute look bearish. We'll see. Could just be a retest. But it definitely won't be a retest if it closed above 66. I think if it closed above 66, then I think we're gonna go back up. Damn, Nasdaq is still haven't seen a close below the zone. If it breaks the lows, I'll take another short, but we'll see if it breaks it. No, fuck that. I'm not taking the short again. Even if it does show up, I don't want to get faked out. I rather if it does short, I rather wait for it to go down here. But it's like if I'm expecting it to go down, why not short it? I just don't want to get faked out again. See, that was a good close. Okay, I'm gonna if it breaks the lows, I'll definitely short it. Yeah, I'm in a short again. I'm put my stop at 902. All right, we'll see how far this goes. I mean, it's gonna tap this 15-minute demand zone. Okay. I got stopped out again. Fuck! It's oh my god. Like, ugh. It's fucking bullshit. That's what it is. I should have known. I should have known. I've taken way too many losses this way. Should have known not to take the same trade again. Sucks. I mean, I still think it's bearish, but I also think it's very choppy, so it's just hard. Nasdaq, I wouldn't even look at her. Like, Nasdaq is not. This doesn't look good. The only way I would trade Nasdaq is if it gets down to the 400s, or if it comes up to 777, which is pretty far away. But yeah, I decided to trade US 30. I thought it looked fine. It was at this 4 hour demand zone. Okay. Then I saw it close below the 50% line, which is usual. Usually I take a short. Okay, then I got shit on. So I was like, okay, boom. Maybe it's just a pullback. And it looked like a pullback, like it did. And then and then I saw a candle closing below the zone. So I was like, okay, that's even more bearish. Let me try short again. Then I remember so I was like, let me not short it because I don't like trading the same trade twice. I've taken so many losses this same exact way. Then I was like, fuck it. If the shorts come in, they're gonna come in. So why not catch it? And I catched another loss. Oh, it just sucks because it's literally been up and down. This, yeah. Like you get close to the payout and then you take a loss. And then you gotta just, damn. So now I'm like, what, 2 days away again from payout? I mean, still got a whole month, so I can't be too upset. It's just the third. It's just the third of the month. It's the second day of the week. It just sucks. It does. I wish I didn't take this second trade. I wish I didn't. Because, like I said, I've taken too many losses this way. It's like I don't even know what to say. I don't want to say I got delusional with the shorts, but it's like you get stopped out and then it just looks like a retest. It just looks like you got wicked out. So it makes you want to take that second trade because it's like, no, like I was right. And then you take it and then you're fucking, you're wrong again. I mean, I could still see this going down. It's below a 4 hour domain zone. Unless it gets back above 0.05, then I'd be bullish. But other than that, I think it has room to go down. And that definitely sucks. I should have known too, like looking at NASDAQ, I should have known not to fuck around. But I did see US 30 clearing out, so I was like, okay, boom. Price action looks cleaner on US 30. And like, it's really not that clean. I don't know. This sucks for sure. Let me journal these losses really quick and then fucking call it a day, cause I need to walk away. You should try gold. Fuck no. No, I've back tested gold. It's not good with me. Every time I back test gold, it's like it looks good and then phew, I get wicked out on some crazy stuff. But it's because I think the strategy that I trade is like it's really just for Nasdaq, maybe US 30 on some days. Some days. After after seeing the market close below a 4 hour demand zone. I should have known not to take that second trade. It should probably be a new rule, you know? It's just like this is like deja vu. Like I've taken a lot of losses this way, unfortunately. Take one more trade. I already hit daily loss limit. If I take one more trade, it'd be an insane risk. Like I definitely could, right? But if I lose that third trade, then I'd be down way more than I'd want to. Then I'd be down like $800. And I don't make $800 on a winning day. This is what I usually make on a winning day. So I'm gonna keep it just like that. Right? Like I could take another short. Trust me, I definitely want to, but I already hit daily loss limit. So there's really not much I could do except wait for tomorrow. I think after a loss, best thing you could do is walk away, journal it, then walk away. But yeah, I think what I learned today is just literally what I've already learned, which is don't take the same trade twice. If you got faked out the first time, you might get faked out the second time. Yeah, that sucked. I think if I didn't take this trade, I wouldn't have taken a sec. I probably put a and I'm stuttering. I'm stuttering. I probably would have called it a day after taking that first trade if I didn't take the second trade. Because then I would have been like, yeah, this is crazy. It's 10 a.m. and we haven't gone anywhere. But it's not surprising. It's not. Like, the move overnight was pretty insane. almost 2% down. Didn't that not even a retest on VWAP for 12 hours. All right, well, that was it for me. This 10 a.m. candle looks promising. It looks like there's some sort of volume that is kicking in, but I'd be careful if you trading Nasdaq. Oof, I'd definitely be careful. It looks very choppy. There's no direction. It's moving sideways. There's also low volume on Nasdaq. The opening range isn't crazy big, and we still haven't broken it. US 30, it looked good until it didn't. Oh, this sucks, but unfortunately, gotta do what you gotta do, right? You gotta take losses in order to be a winner. You gotta be a good loser to be a good winner. That's that's the quote. I do hope next winning day. I'm not gonna lie. I think the next winning day, like I'm gonna have to make a good winner because it's been a lot of up and down ever since I've gotten the second payout. Or if I take a loss, call it a day at negative 250. That way, the winning days could actually be bigger, and the risk management could get me to the second payout. Because right now, it's like I said, like it's up and down. Like I'll be fine, and then like the loss just. I mean, it's not a huge step back, but like it is. It's not. It's not. I gotta stay zoomed out. It's just you get close to the payout and then you take a loss. And then it feels like you took like 10 steps back. That's what it feels like. But in reality, like I'm doing fine, right? I got enough in drawdown. The only way I'd lose the accounts is if I go on tilt, I don't think I will. I got too much on the line. And then if I get on a losing streak, which is possible, how do you do? No trading day? That's good. Because you don't trade US 30. You don't trade US 30. It's lagging? Damn, I don't know why. Oh. Yeah, it must be me. What does a good winner mean? I don't know. A good winner, you get payouts consistently. That's what I think a good winner is with trading. All right, but I'm gonna call it a day, guys. I hope you guys didn't get chopped up. If you haven't taken a trade, honestly, I would just call it a day. Don't mess with the markets. Just wait for tomorrow. All right, I'll see you guys later.